Hi guys, this is Kathy. Welcome back to another episode of my playthrough of Back to the Future, the game. So in the last episode, we managed to save Doc from the distorted Hill Valley in 1986. We escaped the hands of Edna, and we are now back in 1931 basically to break Emmet and Edna up. So now our goal is to convince Emmet to go see Frankenstein so that he will actually become a scientist instead of just smooching with Edna. So Emmet is right there. Should we just go talk to him? I think we should. Let's go. It does feel a bit nostalgic. It feels like it has been a while since we are back here in 1931. Good old 1931. A Million Suns. Emmett.
Harry! You do show up at the oddest moments. Where have you been hiding?
Well, in 1986, in a dystopia you created in a mental reconditioning facility. I don't think I should say in a mental reconditioning facility. Let's say in the dystopia you created.
Oh, here and there, you're a little hard to pin down yourself. I went looking for you last night, but...
I believe I was off entertaining a beautiful lady.
Uh-oh.
You know,
That fake
never
laugh.
really got a chance to thank you.
Well, I'm sure you would have escaped Kid on your own.
Kid? Oh, sure, I'm grateful for that, but no, I'm talking about Edna. It's
What?
funny to think of now, but until that crisis, I actually thought Edna and I disliked one another. Imagine!
Oh, so I'm the one who got you guys together. Okay. Trust that first impression. Girls aren't everything. Forget Edna. I think let's go with the most neutral option, which would be, in my opinion, girls aren't everything. So let's go with this.
Yeah, well, girls are great and all, but don't get carried away. The thing is, you shouldn't let Edna distract you from, the business at hand. Finishing your project for the expo and going to see Frankenstein.
Oh, pshaw. I'm far too busy for movies these days.
What are you talking about?
And as for my project, it's practically done.
The
Really?
rocket car?
The rocket car? Boy, are you out of date. I've junked a rocket car.
But
More trouble than it's worth. I'll never figure out a propulsion system that does what I want it to do. And besides, its social utility is practically non-existent.
Social utility? Don't give up on the rocket car, you just need an epiphany, that's all. So I am going to say social utility.
social
Question mark?
utility? Since when do you care about...
Oh, well, that's
Mental
definitely
alignment meter
Edna.
is a much more worthy project.
Mental
It
alignment
was Edna's
meter?
idea, and she's really been cracking the whip to get me to complete it in time for the expo.
Emmett, I'm a little confused here.
I know, right? You have... Let's say you have had only one date.
What day is it?
Why, it's opening day. The opening day of the
October.
expo. Which reminds me, I'd better skedaddle back to the lab. If Edna catches me dawdling, there'll be heck to pay.
Uh-oh.
Get you around,
It has been
Callahan.
2 months.
October 12th.
Or is it 4 months? I can't even remember. It's definitely been months, though. So we should talk to him. So what he said about it being the difference of only seconds and minutes, now it has turned into months. So that's worrying. We should go to the courthouse to talk to the doc from the alternate timeline. So here. Oh, he's out.
It is a bit brisk for August.
Oh, we're 2 months late. The expo's about to start, and teenage you is already in over his head with Edna.
I know, it's been 2
Always
months.
have a
But
tendency
still,
to
2
plunge
months.
into things.
It's not
Let's
that
plunge
long.
into the DeLorean and get to the right date.
No, it's far too risky. Remember how I was late picking you up in '86?
Yeah?
That should have been a tip-off. Something is horribly wrong with the time circuits, and the problem appears to be getting worse. If we try to jump now, we could find ourselves stranded in the Cenozoic age.
What?
Or worse, the Mesozoic.
Then we're stuck?
For the time being, I'll look into the problem and see what I can do. In the meantime, You can go to work on the other problem.
Right. I'll go to the lab and see if I can talk teenage you out of...
Possible. If young me is already as infatuated as you say, you're not going to be able to talk him out of anything. Believe me, I remember. Better to focus on the more clear-headed half of the couple.
Oh.
Where can I find her?
Where do you think?
Oh, the expo.
I'll drive. The DeLorean should still function adequately as a means of conveyance in the first 3 dimensions.
I guess. But the thing is, how do we even convince Edna? She is very strong-willed. You have to give her that. Hill Valley of the past. Hill Valley of the future, I guess. Oh, is that the guy
You were right. There she is.
who was
My
dating
soon-to-be
Eunice?
ex-future wife is nothing if not predictable.
Do I really have to talk to her? I mean, couldn't I just hang out until you fix the time circuits and...
Oh, I guess
I'll
not.
talk to her. You better get the DeLorean out of sight before someone...
Hey, you! Quit blocking the drive! All Car of the Future contestants need to report to the North Tent.
Okay. Cars of the future.
Good luck.
It's funny how he wasn't even in the least bit surprised, seeing that this is something that obviously does not happen in 1931. Anyway, so I do see Artie here. Maybe I should just go around here just to make sure there's nothing on this side. Oh, Cars of a Future tent.
Come see the Cars of the Future. Brought to you by Statler DeSoto.
Okay. Doc, DeLorean. Let's check out the DeLorean.
I shouldn't go anywhere until I've talked to Edna.
Okay, I guess that is not an option. So, I guess we can... I also want to talk to Doc. Never mind. I'll try talking to Artie first.
Hey, Artie. Officer.
Officer,
Right. Don't blow your cover.
will you please keep your mind on the task at hand?
Can't talk right now.
Okay, so we really have to talk to Edna to distract her, basically.
Spell it Brown. It's not exactly an obscure name.
I still don't see it on the list. I'm sorry.
Oh, is he not
Let me
enrolled?
try this one more time. This is the Hill Valley Science Expo, right?
First annual.
Indeed. The purpose of our fair is to showcase cutting-edge technology.
Yes.
That's right. And to burnish Hill Valley's reputation as a forward-thinking community.
And yet, you want to exclude the maker of the most revolutionary breakthrough of all.
It's not that I want to, but oh dear.
She's hot to
Mr.
deal with,
Callahan,
isn't
you
she?
do pop up at the oddest times. What are you doing here?
Well, to break you it's actually an option. Preventing a terrible future, thwarting your crazy schemes. Let's not be so hostile. Let's say preventing a terrible future.
I need to...
Whatever it is, I hope you don't.
Oh, she
have to
doesn't even
deal
care.
with Mr. Stonewall here. His sole function seems to be preventing people from accomplishing their business. Honestly, with him keeping the books, it's a wonder the Tannen gang got as far as they did. Have you seen Emmet?
Let's say no.
no.
Then you've heard all about his big breakthrough. The
She doesn't
metal
even care
alignment
about what I'm
mirror.
saying.
Isn't it exciting? And to think, he didn't even realize the import of his discovery until I pointed it out to him. I've never known anyone like him. So oblivious to his own potential.
I kind of wanted to talk to you about Emmett and his potential.
Funny, I didn't spot it myself at first. In fact, for the longest time, I thought I didn't even like him.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Potential is in everything. Let's ask her what attracts her to him.
I don't get it. I mean, Emmett's nice and all, but he's not exactly the kind of guy that has girls swarming all over him.
Well, I'm not your average girl.
Yeah,
I
but
see
I
that.
appreciate your concerns, Mr. Callahan, but I can take care of myself. I know what I'm looking for in a man, and it so happens Emmett fits the bill to a T.
I told you it would be
That's
hard
Emmett Brown.
to convince
Rhymes
her.
with clown, which I'm beginning to think you are.
Just a simple mix-up, I'm sure.
I've no doubt of that.
Okay, so what are we going to do here? Are we going to talk to her still? Let's try talking to her one more time.
you said that Emmett fits your bill of requirements for a man.
Yes?
What would that list be exactly?
Oh,
Make a good reporter, Mr. Callahan. You know that? Well, his physical appearance for one thing. Emmett may not be Clark Gable, but he cleans up surprisingly
he has
well.
a
I
notepad.
gave him my grandfather's white suit to wear at the expo. Oh, you should see him in it. He looks positively radiant.
Okay,
Looks
so
good in
he
a suit.
shouldn't
Got
be
it.
wearing a
And he's
suit.
completely devoted to me. That's important. I've got no time or tolerance for playboys.
Faithful as a Labrador.
Thirdly, and most important,
Yes?
well,
Yes.
his mind, of course. It's brilliant, and it's virtuous through and through. His own mind map shows him to be a model citizen.
Mind
Good brain.
map.
I see. And if it turned out that you were mistaken about any of these qualities,
Say, what's your game?
just curious, just trying to understand the female mind.
Well, understand this. I'm not some faint-hearted girl who'd run away at the first hint of trouble. I've made a big investment in Emmett. Not money, but I've sunk all my ambitions into him. I'd have to be thoroughly disillusioned before I'd call it quits with Emmett. Got it?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so
Now,
we
Mr.
have
Cub
to
reporter,
make
is
sure
there
all
anything
these all these boxes are checked before we can break her and Emmett up. So, okay, let's go through all the options. So, Emmett is a chick magnet? What?
Rather hard for me to picture Emmett as a chick magnet.
Chick magnet.
A guy who
She
gets
doesn't even
girls,
understand it.
motors running.
Motors?
Who makes
Okay.
them, you know.
You mean a chic?
What?
Yeah.
Well, it's a matter of taste, I suppose, but when he's properly pomaded and decked out in my grandfather's white suit, Emmett just glows. Makes my heart flutter a bit just to picture him.
Okay, so he cannot wear that white suit. Let's see the next one. You don't know Emmett like I do.
You say you know Emmett is a model citizen, but you don't know him as well as I do. Did you know he once cheated some Libyans out of plutonium?
Plutonium? What would Libyans want with plutonium? I'm sure he had a very good reason. Emmett's mind map demonstrates conclusively his brain is oriented toward virtue.
Seriously, what is a mind map? Am I supposed to get that test done on Emmett again so that it would show a different result? He stole a train?
This one time, to power one of his science experiments, Emmett hijacked a train.
Please, there hasn't been a train hijacking in Hill Valley since the days of Mad Dog Tannen.
Okay, that's probably it. My vice principal hates him.
Emmett's done a lot of shady things in his time. My vice principal warned me to stay away
And
from
isn't
him.
a vice principal
Your vice
Edna's
principal
brother?
sounds like a dolt.
Okay, it's good Emmett is settling down.
So you say Emmett only has eyes for you?
Absolutely. It's almost embarrassing how devoted he is to me.
Well, it's good to hear he's finally settling down.
Yes. Settling down?
Oh, does it
You know,
scare her?
Ready to stop playing the field, as it were.
Playing the... Oh, you're joking.
Emmett is a heartbreaker.
But I can't help feeling sorry for him.
Who?
All of Emmett's other girls, now that he's with you.
Please, I think I know Emmett by now. There are no other girls.
That is actually true. Oh, he has a little black book.
I wonder what's gonna happen to Emmett's little black book.
Little black book?
Okay,
It's
she
legendary.
sounds mad.
That's what enabled Emmett to become the, Valentino of Hill Valley High. Gee, I wonder if he'd let me have it.
You must think I'm pretty gullible, Mr. Callahan.
Okay, what is a mental alignment meter?
What the heck is this mental alignment meter of Emmett's?
Oh, it's an absolutely revolutionary invention. Measures a person's affinities, what he's attracted to, what he's repulsed by, that sort of thing.
Interesting. And it really works?
Well, of course. What's the point of inventing something that doesn't work? Or anyway, it works well enough for my purposes.
And what are your purposes? Okay, so we have exhausted all the options.
That's all the questions I got.
Very well, then.
Oh, Trixie! Hey!
You see my Oriole?
You mean this?
Yeah, thanks.
That's an Oriole.
She gets to come and go freely, and I'm forced to wait. I love it.
You're just jealous. Trixie is here. That's awesome. Let's talk to Trixie. Oh, she's right here. Is she going to sing?
To all who approach these hallowed halls, I bid thee welcome. To all who approach these hallowed halls, I bid thee welcome. To all who... Oh, hiya, kid. Say, aren't you the fellow who...
Got you to turn on Kid Tannen? You bet.
You look younger without your mustache. That was a dirty trick, you know, making me think Kid had gone and iced Artie.
I'm
Aw.
sorry, but it was the only way I could...
Forget about it. I'm trying to. Yesterday's in the past. That's my motto. You gotta live for today.
Right.
So what are you doing down here anyway? Do you wish to pull the levers that control the future?
I love that she's trying so
Hey,
hard.
Silly. Technology for a better tomorrow and all that.
Oh, yeah, that's actually why I'm here.
Okay, I just realized he was thinking something else. Trixie, what are you doing?
So, who are you supposed to be?
Don't you know your Homer? I am Techni Muse of Progress.
Okay.
You can tell by the lightning bolts.
Must have slept through that class.
I'm supposed to be a goddess like. I'm the one who inspires all the great men who make the discoveries. And women too. Leave us not forget Madame Curie.
I
Definitely.
never would. So, you work for the expo?
Yeah, ain't it a kick? I greet all the important guests. And on the final day, I get to bestow the golden sundial on the winning contestant.
That's cool. Yeah, you've got a nice gig here.
Techni, Muse of Progress. Not a bad gig.
Artie got it for me. It's my entree into respectability.
Indeed. Help me make Edna jealous. I'll do that later. Let's say Artie works here.
So, Artie's working for the expo too, huh?
Oh, Artie's doing swell. The papers made a big deal of him testifying against Kid. People have been beating down his door ever since the trial. The expo's darn lucky they could get him.
Oh, she's so happy for Artie. What does Artie do here?
What's Artie's job?
Well, he's a real high muckety-muck at the expo. He's in charge of all the money and the hiring and firing.
Oh, really?
Not bad.
You're telling me, and super respectable too. It's a real relief for him to have a job where the boss never pulls a gun on him.
Definitely. I'm glad you and Artie are happy. Are you guys still dating?
It's good to see that you and Artie are both doing okay.
We're more than okay. And if things keep going the way they're going, we may be more than just friends.
Oh, they're
before you
not
know it.
dating.
Well,
Okay.
don't get too serious too fast.
Nah, we're keeping things casual for now.
Good. I'm sure Grandma will appreciate it.
Okay. How's Kid?
How's Kid's trial going?
Slowly. You know what they say. The wheels of justice grind slowly, but infinitely fine.
Except in Hill Valley, where they don't move at all.
What?
Nothing. It's just, something I heard once. So no regrets about turning him in?
None at all. I should have known better than to take up with him in the first place. But what can I say? I was dumb. I let myself get taken in by his charm.
He was charming. What's the story with this expo?
Whose idea was it to put a science and technology expo in Hill Valley?
Beats me. Artie says it's all bred in circuses. But I ain't seen a single clown yet today.
So... is that it? Oh, right. Let's say, help me make Edna jealous.
Listen, I've got a proposal for you. I have this friend, right?
No dice. I'm only seeing Audie now.
It's not like that. See, my friend's in a relationship with Edna Strickland.
Oh, poor schmuck. I wouldn't wish her on anyone.
Then you see where I'm coming from. He won't listen to reason, but I thought she might call it off if she thought he and you were, you know.
Ah, you are an evil imp, ain't ya?
Sometimes a guy's got to resort to underhanded tricks. What do you say?
Sorry.
Oh,
Why not?
There might be a pill, but if I play dirty tricks on every dame who disapproves of me, well, I'd play a lot of dirty tricks. Besides, such stunts are beneath the dignity of Techne, Muse of Progress.
Right, let's try again. Come on, help me out with Edna.
look, my friend Emmet really needs help.
The one who's going out with Edna Strickland? You're darn right he needs help.
I'm not asking you to actually seduce him. Just make her think that you two have a thing going. It'll drive her crazy.
I guess it would.
So,
I wouldn't do that to another girl unless I was good and mad at her. And besides, it might tarnish my image as a muse.
Okay, so I guess these are two of her concerns. So I think we first have to get her mad enough, and then maybe we'll still need to do something about the Techne thing. But maybe that itself is good enough. Let's see. So, exit.
see you, Trixie.
From this chamber of wonders, we bid you a fond adieu.
Oh, that's adorable. Let's go to this side also, if we can. Let's go right. Oh, we can. That's the guy from the speakeasy who said I stole his girlfriend. Oh, that's the truck. That's the street. Can we? Oh, so we can go to the street?
The brown place is on Riverside Drive. Way too far to go on foot. I wonder how Doc's coming with the DeLorean.
Oh, should we talk to Doc already? Let's check out these before we go. Truck.
It's not as nice as my truck back in '86. Jeez, I hope I still have a truck back in '86.
It could very well possibly be gone. Let me see what else I can check here. Okay, that's the guy. Let's talk to the guy.
Hey, excuse me.
Yeah?
When does the expo
Not till
open?
tonight. Anybody without official business here, please get off the grounds.
Why is he so angry?
Got official business here?
Yeah.
Well, stay out of the way of the workers. You look familiar. Do I know you?
Let's say no. No. Okay. I wonder if he's still with that girl. Or lady. Okay. Should we talk to Edna again? Let's talk to her again.
Back again, Mr. Callahan? What can I help you with?
Well, I was thinking.
I talked to Trixie.
I found out about Trixie Trotter.
Yes?
Apparently they made her some sort of queen of the festival. Techne, the muse of progress.
They didn't. Well, they said this expo would give Hill Valley a reputation. I didn't realize this is what they meant.
What have you got against Trixie?
Yeah, what?
It's the
Why
idea
are
of
you...
it, allowing our city to be represented by a woman like that. I won't
Seriously.
stand for it. As a socially conscious citizen, I demand you discharge that muse.
Trixie? What's wrong with
Yeah,
her?
what's wrong with her?
She's hardly qualified for an honorific post at a public event.
Look, lady, she fits the costume, she's an American citizen, and she managed to memorize all her lines.
Yeah, give her a break.
What more qualifications do you want?
Oh, these people are impossible.
You just really care too much about this. You need to relax. You want to get Trixie fired?
Why do you want to get Trixie fired?
One simply can't allow women like that to attain positions of respect in society. It creates a very bad precedent for the future.
You're just jealous.
But try telling it to this poor sap. She's got him completely steamrolled. That's how they operate.
Is it?
Still, I could get her discharged if I had the goods on her. No doubt a woman like that has left a trail of scandal, and I'd find it if I were still a reporter. But I haven't got time to do the legwork now. I'm too busy with Emmet and his invention.
Our invention. You'd get her fired in a heartbeat?
So you wouldn't hesitate to get Trixie fired from her job?
If I had the goods on her. She's obviously got her employer completely bamboozled. The only way to snap him out of his spell would be to show him something really shocking.
Okay, but
That's all the questions I got.
Very well then.
to the point of having
You?
RT
Have
fire
you got any
her?
questions for me?
No.
Then kindly let me pass.
I'm afraid I can't until I've located your registration form.
Oh, this is absurd!
Okay, she's scary. Can we talk to Archie now?
Hey, Artie.
Can't talk right now.
I guess not. What's in my inventory? List of Emmett's strengths. Doc's notebook. What do we have here in the 1986 newspaper?
Hopefully, once I finish breaking up Emmet and Edna, this paper will return to normal.
Okay, it doesn't really do anything. Okay. So I guess we should talk to Doc now. It did say we should talk to Doc to see how he's doing. Okay, Doc.
Ah, good. You're back. Give me the full report.
She says she likes you because you've got a virtuous mind, you look good in a suit, and you're completely faithful to her.
Damn, she's got me dead to rights. Well, you'll just have to find a way to change her mind. I'll be here if you need any help. Do you need any help?
I do, actually. Let's say House DeLorean first.
Have you figured out what's wrong with the time circuits?
Not sure. Possibly. It seems to me to be a simple wiring issue, but I'm double checking to make sure. All the basic equipment appears to be functional.
That's good
Any
to
chance I
hear.
can borrow the DeLorean? I want to drop in on young you at the lab.
Well, I don't know. The time circuits.
Listen, I promise I won't take it to 88.
Even so, I'm worried about letting it out of my sight while it's still behaving unpredictably. Tell you what, I'll take it on a test drive 1 minute into the past. If it passes the test, I'll let you borrow it.
Okay. Does that work?
Didn't it?
I'm afraid not. In fact, the discrepancy appears to be getting worse. I arrived 6 hours ago.
6 hours.
Too bad.
I didn't
Wow.
want to risk undoing any of the work you've done thus far, so I kept out of sight. But the time lag wasn't entirely a waste. I stopped by the hardware store and bought the parts for a chronometric analyzer.
What's that?
What?
A diagnostic device. See, I plug it into the time circuits and set them to cycle. When the green light goes off, I should have the data I'll need to understand the scope of the problem.
Hey, no driving the exhibits off the lot!
Okay.
Looks like you'll have to find another set of wheels if you want to get to the lab.
Okay. Can we get a hoverboard? Maybe? Oh, is that? Oh, it's open. It wasn't open before. Okay, so let's check that out. I think it's called Hill Valley of the Future tent. Yes. Ah, cool. Diorama. Courthouse of the Future. Cue Ball? What is Cue Ball doing here? I thought he's arrested. Let's talk to him.
Hey, pal.
Oh, jeez, this guy again.
Funny,
Oh,
I
come
was gonna
on.
say the same thing.
Don't you miss me? Shouldn't you be in jail? That was my exact question.
Shouldn't you be in jail with the rest of kids' gang?
I was, but then an opportunity availed itself and I...
You were a snitch.
Sang like a canary.
I
Exactly.
prefer to think of it as exhibiting an admirable sense of self-preservation.
Why are his teeth green? Will you be playing for Trixie later?
Will you be playing piano for Trixie later?
Nah.
Why not?
'Cause little Miss Goody Two-Shoes thinks she's too respectable for cue ball these days.
Yeah, you seem angry about Trixie. Why?
You seem kind of angry about Trixie.
Angry? Listen, kid, me and Trixie go way back. I know stuff about her that even kid doesn't know. Stuff that curl your socks.
Really?
What would that
Oh,
be?
yeah. And now to see her flouncing around the place, making like her stink don't smell, it just, well, it just cheeses me off, you know?
Yeah, what's so toe curling about her past?
So what's so, toe curling about Trixie's past?
Yeah, like I'm gonna tell you.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, why not?
Tell you what, I'll tell you something embarrassing about me first.
Like what?
Okay, my mom saw me in my underwear. My mom came on to me. I hijacked a train. I think I'm gonna say my mom came on to me.
Well, under the influence of alcohol, my mom made a pass at me.
Ooh. All right, Junior, you win. That was pretty embarrassing. Almost as embarrassing as this.
Oh,
Is that
wow.
Trixie?
Yep.
That's
She's
revealing.
not wearing much.
No kidding. She did a lot of these artistic postcards a few years ago. I got a whole set of them.
Can I, have one?
I don't know. You ain't gonna do nothing bad with it, are you?
Well, it's
Hey,
good
I
for the
promise,
future.
I'll only use it for the greater good.
Wow. Okay.
Alright. Still talking to Kid?
Have you heard from Kid lately?
We're not exactly on speaking terms these days, on account of our varying degrees of incarceration.
And I think you added to his degree of incarceration. What are you hauling here?
What kind of stuff have they got you hauling here?
How the heck would I know? Electro this, robo that, dynamo the other. It's all Greek to me.
Okay, maybe we should check it out later. What's with your teeth?
Hey, what's with your teeth?
My teeth?
Yeah, they're green.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Seriously, about your teeth.
Seriously, man, what's going on with your teeth?
It's nothing. Nothing. Oh, crap.
What's wrong?
Yeah, what is it?
It's these.
What are
Dr.
they?
Frinkle's algae cakes?
Algae
A
cakes.
crate of them fell off the truck while I was unloading it, and I just can't stop eating them. How was I to know they'd turn my teeth green?
Well, the algae part might have been a clue.
Please don't
But
rat me
still,
out,
that's
Artie,
really
okay? I really need
That's
this
really
job.
green.
No problem, but you better let me keep the cakes.
Sure thing, pal.
Okay, what? Well, we did that. Okay, let's exit.
Hang loose, pal.
You talk funny, mister.
Right. So I can't check out the crates here. How about a truck?
No keys. I'll have to find my wheels somewhere else.
All right. Okay, there's nothing else here. Let's check out the diorama here.
Press button to experience future Hill Valley, circa 1981.
This is a beautiful
I don't think
exhibit.
I've visited that timeline yet.
I guess not. Train of the future, courthouse of the future. Okay, let's try train of the future. Oh! Hey, is that
My
a board?
future wouldn't be built so shoddily.
Hi, Miss Strickland. I was just...
Break what you like, Mr. Callahan. It's no skin off my nose. Just keep away from Emmett's booth. Speaking of whom, I better go see what's keeping him.
Well, I'll check on him for you.
I'll go check on him for you. I was just heading there anyway.
No, you weren't. The last thing he needs is another distraction at the 11th hour.
But...
Tut tut. Not another word. I've got the rest of the day all mapped out.
Miss Strickland!
Oh, he's gonna distract her for
I'm
us.
sorry, I don't recognize you. Heavens, you shaved off your hair, but Carl Sagan?
I'd like a word with you, if I may.
I'm not sure it would be seemly for me to be seen in the company of an alleged arsonist.
I think it may be in your best interest. You see, I know what you're up to.
He said, well, I know what you're
Somewhere
up
where we
to.
can talk privately.
Interesting.
Go. I'll keep her occupied till you get back.
Let's go. Okay, so that was easy. I did not expect to get this like right away. But can we check out the other things here? Button.
Pleasant dreams, Hill Valley. And the Expo would like to remind you that you can find everything you need to transform your dreams into reality at Hal's Hardware. Hal's Hardware, serving our fair
Really advertising.
95.
Okay, can we press this other button here? Oh!
And after the rain, what else? An artificial rainbow, reassuring all the good people of Hill Valley that their needs are taken care of, and life is sweet.
Okay. Should I start from the left then? It sounds like they're going in order.
Of course, our residents will want to venture forth into the fresh air occasionally. And what better excursion than a pleasure ride in this elevated super train of tomorrow?
Oops, sorry, I got the train. Let's do... I think I did the second one to the left. Let's do the first one from the left.
The century looks bright for our fair metropolis. Jump with us 50 years into the future for a peek at Hill Valley circa 1981. Courtesy of Hal's Hardware and the collective imagination of mankind. Could this be our venerable town square? Yes, indeed. Though the form looks strange and new, the function remains the same as ever. But where are all the people?
Yeah, where are they?
Underground.
Oh.
A network of burrows extends a mile into the earth, giving future Hill Valley's 10 million citizens plenty of space to work, play, and raise their families.
But isn't it unhealthy living underground? You know, I actually read some, I guess, they could be classified as post-apocalyptic novels. And people were living underground, and the major issue is they're not getting enough sunlight, so they are unhealthy because humans do need vitamin D, right? Anyways, I digress. Did I press the one in the middle? Let's try this.
Agricultural advances will make it a breeze to feed our burgeoning population. Tired of waiting for Mother Nature to do her job? Just press a button. Presto! An artificial rainstorm drenches the valley's thirsty crops.
Oh, that is actually what is happening in greenhouses. So that's good. I guess that's everything here, right? Oh, let's also check out the courthouse of the future.
I wish the courthouse did look like that in 1981.
That is pretty cool. And what is this supposed to be exactly? I can't really tell. Anyway, let's go to Emmet's. Bye, Trixie. Oh, wait. Oh, is Edna still here? I should probably show her Trixie's postcard later. And we should get to the street, right?
Hang on, Emmett. Hope you're ready for a big breakup.
Let's go.
Emmett?
Oh, wait, what? Why is Kid here?
Thanks again for your assistance, Detective Parker.
Detective? What the hell is Kid doing here?
Yeah.
Nothing criminal, I assure you. I was just getting a mind map of Mr. Tannen for our exhibition at the Expo. The authorities wouldn't allow Edna and I to stage a demonstration of the mental alignment meter with a violent felon, but this little baby is just as good. Okay, let's see now what's next. Check the stew, sort the maps. Ooh, I almost forgot that.
Edna really is cracking the whip, isn't she?
I know.
Yes, but she's got my best interests at heart. Without her, I can get so distracted. Did she send you down here to check up on me?
Yeah, she wanted to come herself, but...
She's busy too, I know. Well, you're a poor substitute for Edna's lovely features, but make yourself at home.
Thanks.
No thanks are necessary. Without you, I'd never be where I am now. In love with a woman of my
Oh, that's a
dreams.
strong
mere
word.
6 hours from my first public triumph as a scientist. Wait a minute. 6 hours? Jumping Jehoshaphat, I'm running out of time!
Okay, convince Edna that Emmet isn't a model citizen. I think first we have to get him out of his suit? Or should we make his teeth green? Like what Kubo did with himself. Yeah, maybe we can try this first. Let's try this.
Hey, Emmet, need a snack?
Desperately. What is it?
Some sort of algae cake. It's supposed to be nutritious.
Oh, I've heard of these. They better be really nutritious.
Okay, his teeth are green. Red. What does that even mean? The red light. Okay, exit. What's here? There's Emmet, there's the Curious Machine. Let's check out the Curious Machine first. Well, I have to go all the way around. Okay.
How does the mental alignment thing work?
Here, I'll show you.
Hey,
The test subject wears this mind mapping helmet, which probes the brain by measuring fluctuations in skin conductance and electrical resistance on the surface of the parietal lobe.
uh-huh.
When I turn on the mind mapping helmet with this radio switch, the subject is exposed to a series of visual stimuli intended to provoke a series of positive or negative responses.
That's
as
negative.
indicated by these lights on the helmet.
Definitely.
Hey,
Okay,
is
that's
that-
positive.
As the responses are recorded, they're relayed to this special typewriter, which prints out a punch card that represents the subject's mind map.
Okay.
All I see is a bunch of holes.
Well, to you, maybe. But to our mental alignment meter, this mind map is nothing less than a peek into your subconscious. Observe as I place your mind map into the MAM.
Okay. Lay about. What are you talking
She
about?
calling me a slacker?
I'm not a
No,
slacker.
Your own physiological responses did.
What? I disagree with the results. Stack of mind maps, mind map printer, record player. There's so many things to look at. Oh, that's also a fish tank.
How goes the bacteria farm?
Not so hot. The bacteria have kind of gotten out of control. Had to put a clamp on the nitrogen tube to keep the stench from flooding the lab.
Oh. Should we release the stench? Oh,
Ew.
there you go.
Ugh, did the clamp fall off again?
Yeah.
Put it back on. Oh, I don't even know why I keep that bacteria tank around. Every time the clamp falls off the nitrogen tube, it takes a couple of minutes before I can get the stench out of the air. Whew.
Okay. So I think what I'm supposed to do is... Oh, I see. So what I'm supposed to do is I should insert the mind map into the mental alignment meter and then do all these things that Emmet will give negative responses to so that it would make him seem like a bad guy, maybe? Okay, let's try doing that. So there's a fish tank. There is the mind map printer. There's a stack of mind maps. Let's try the stack of mind maps first.
What's this?
The mind map cards from the dozens of subjects I've tested during the last few weeks. I've got to get them sorted before the expo begins.
Why?
Edna's got this grand scheme to catalog all of Hill Valley citizens by their mental
That
alignments.
sounds twisted.
Isn't that cute?
Not really.
Not really. I agree. Mind map printer.
What's this typewriter do again?
During a mental alignment test, it takes messages from the mind map helmet and turns them into punch cards, like the one for Mr. Tannen over there.
Seems complicated.
Actually, it was all rather easy to put together once Edna gave me the idea.
Sounds to me like you should be working on harder problems then.
What? Sorry, I've got to get back to work.
You're just dodging the problem. Mental animation. Record player.
I Don't Care by Trixie Trotter?
Edna doesn't approve of that sort of music.
Of course.
I find it very soothing.
She does sing really well.
Oh.
Okay, he's going to feel positive about this.
They may or may not mean offense, but I don't care. You see, I'm sort of
If I'm gonna take Emmett's mind map, I better replace it with another one.
Okay. So I guess our plan would be what we said before. Try to make a mind map where it aligns with, oh, maybe with that of Kid.
The mind of a degenerate criminal.
That's Kid Tannen's mind map, as captured by our mind map helmet.
You could tell he's a criminal just by looking at this?
No, but when it's fed into the mental alignment meter...
Degenerate criminal.
Weird nothing. It's science.
Okay. Or should we just switch the two? Mental alignment meter.
So this machine takes those little cards and tells you whether or not someone's a good guy or bad guy?
Kind of. Actually, the helmet does all the work. The mental alignment meter is just a glorified arcade machine.
So why not just go with the cards?
Edna says that people respond well to flashing lights and snap judgments. I can't argue with that.
That's actually true.
Every time I kiss her, I see flashing lights and lose.
Oh my
sense of
god.
No kidding.
He is infatuated with her. What else can we do here? Can we take Kid's mind map?
Tannen's mind map. If Emmett's map looked like this, I bet Edna wouldn't think he's such a model citizen.
Exactly. Slide advancer, mind map test switch. Let's try a slide advancer.
Nothing happened.
Well, that button advances the slides during the mind mapping test. It only works while the test is running.
Okay, what out? Where is the other one that I wanted to do? You can't do it here, can you? Mental alignment meter. There was one other item I could interact with before. Do I have to click on Kit's mind map first? We will do that.
I'd swap Tannen's card with Emmett's, but it's got Tannen's name on it. I'll just
Okay.
have to generate a new mind map for Emmett.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. So mind map test switch. Okay, that's a neutral response. Should we make that a negative response? So maybe the stench.
Hey there, you stinky little bacteria.
Open the valve.
Hey there, you stinky little bacteria.
What? I tried to open the valve. Okay, now it works.
Ew.
Oh wait, did I put... Oh, I need to put the stack of mind maps in there first, right?
According to Emmett, this thing prints out mind maps. Mind if I...
Go ahead.
Yeah, let's do that. Hooligan.
Ah, that'd be Mr. Needleman's card. I'll just put this in the stack with the other hooligans.
Okay. How are we going to generate a mind map, though? Has that already worked? Let's try clicking on stack of mind maps again.
Looks like you got a lot of hooligans.
Yeah, about 90% of Hill Valley thus far.
I mean,
It's a little
under
disturbing.
Edna's standards, who wouldn't be a hooligan? Mental alignment meter, mind map printer.
According to Emmett, this thing prints out mind maps.
Has that worked? Should we move on to another one? Actually, let me also try these out before I try those things on the road.
What's this?
That's a can of used motor oil, rocket fuel waste, and assorted chemical sludge left over from my abandoned rocket car.
Gross.
Accounting doesn't enter into it, but it is disgusting. Would you mind disposing of it on your way out?
Oh, so we can get it?
Sure.
Oh, cool. Okay. Convince Edna that Emmet is a slob. So I think the oil would help. Maybe we can just pour it over here. I don't know. Let's try to stew port here. What is that?
That smells much better.
Okay, we shouldn't do that. Let's keep it on the red. So let's open the valve again.
Ew.
Okay, so we should make sure it stays that way on Edna's slide, right? That's the stew port, which makes for a pleasant smell. Easel. Scientist who
What's
caught
this?
Tannen.
It's the placard we'll be putting in front of our booth at the expo.
The scientist that caught Kid Tannen?
A small exaggeration, but Edna says it'll attract investors. What do you think of the picture?
It's not so good.
You look a little constipated.
What? Edna said I looked intense.
Not really.
Intensely focused on taking it.
I get the picture. I'll have to find a better one. Unfortunately, there's a lot to choose from.
Oh, what is that?
Heavy.
Extremely. Mother has been rather obsessive about photographically cataloging my life.
Okay. What is that supposed to do? Where's the album? Where did the album go? Oh, here.
Hey, Emmett, I've got an idea.
What?
Why don't I take your photo album over to Edna so she can pick out your new picture?
That's a great idea. She's got a better eye for these things than I do anyway. Thanks, pal.
Don't mention it.
What is that going to be used for? Okay, let's examine the album.
Emmett says this album has pictures of him all the way back to when he was a baby.
Okay. Oh, the stench. I can see the stench. Kits. Emmett's mind map. So, how can we generate another one of Emmett's mind maps? Can we click on it again?
If I'm gonna take Emmett's mind map, I'd better replace it with another one.
Yeah. Slide answer. Oh, do we turn on the switch again? Photo of Edna.
It's a picture of Edna. Since Emmett's got the hots for her, I guess she's supposed to provoke a positive response.
Okay, so we're not going to do that. Generator. Oh. Okay, he's of course not going to be happy about that. Right. So I guess that's it. Let me see if I can turn on the switch again. Wait, okay, so that's off. Okay. Alright, I think I know what I'm going to do here, but I am just going to end the episode here. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.